Brody left 20 minutes later when my first customer came in, but not before getting my phone number and promising to call. It didn't make sense to be swapping phone numbers, given what we'd just confessed. We knew that. But we also knew that in those first seconds after I'd run into him and he'd caught me, we were both already completely lost in each other. And though there were red flags flying up all over the place, this feeling that was drawing us together was strong enough that we were both knowingly and willingly ignoring every one of them. Brody and I knew we wouldn't be able to talk often, and I had been prepared for that, but I'd had no idea how hard it would be to wait for his call. It was Thursday night. Kinley and I were out for coffee again, and I hadn't heard from him once. "What is going on with you today?" My head snapped up to look at Kinley. "What do you mean?" "You haven't said more than 2 words. You just keep checking your phone. Do you have somewhere you need to be?" No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I'm just so distracted. I haven't talked to Barbara in a while, and I get antsy when I don't." Part of that was true. I hadn't talked to Barb in exactly 1 week, but that wasn't why I couldn't stop checking my phone. I'd put it on silent, not even wanting to risk it vibrating while I was out with Kinley, and yet I still couldn't stop checking it. I was ready to take off running out of the coffee shop if he called, half terrified that Brody would call while I was with her, half wishing he would just call already. It was safe to say I was going a little crazy. "She'll call. She always does. Are you worried about her or something? The way you're acting is starting to make me anxious, and I don't even know her." I started to say no, but stopped myself. Yeah, I kinda am. Like I said, I haven't heard from her in a while, and she's not in the best situation back home, but I'm sure she's fine. She's the sweetest woman you'll ever meet, but she's tough as nails." Kinley fidgeted in her chair as she studied me before shooting me a smile. "Then cheer up, friend." I tried to smile as I glanced at my phone again. "Hey, why don't you go back and visit, or have her come visit you?" "You know I can't. I barely have enough free time as it is with 2 helpers in the bakery, and I'm not making enough to hire someone else on yet. And she definitely can't come here. She works for some assholes. They'd never give her time off to come see me." "That sucks," Kinley tisked. "Why don't you ever talk about your parents? What happened to them?" "Just never had a good relationship with them, you know. Barb's the only one I talk to from back home." "And let me guess, home is someplace far, far away, out east, not here, somewhere you don't want to think of again?" she teased as her phone on the table started to chime and she picked it up. I laughed softly, thankful to her for taking my mind off the call I still hadn't gotten. "Pretty much. Now, I think it's good for everyone to have their secrets, but I've got to know where you're from. Was it really that bad, or do you just think I'll judge you?" "Both. Definitely both. It's just someplace I'd like to forget." All right, I hear ya." She gasped and brought her phone even closer to her face. "You told Aiden you didn't want a relationship right now?" Yeah. Not exactly in those words, but same meaning." "What was wrong with him? He's freaking hot and super sweet." "You're right, he is, but I felt about him the same way I feel about Jace. He's just friend material." "Okay, there has to be something I'm missing." Her hand flailed out in my direction and started counting off. "It's been at least 8 months since you've been with someone. Jace and I have introduced you to tons of guys, all of whom you haven't liked. Aiden is crazy hot. You can still wear your heels with him, and he's the first guy you haven't had something bad to say about. Those are 5 things that are confusing the hell out of me. Unless you're gay, then this would all finally make sense and I could stop wondering what's stopping you." I laughed lightly. "I'm not gay." "Then what the hell is stopping you? You're 23. You are by far the most gorgeous person I've seen in real life. I would kill to look like you. You're sweet and you're really funny when you open up to people. So tell me." "I'm falling for your brother-in-law harder than I have for anyone in my entire life, and I can't even tell you about it."